We come up to open our settings menu again. Our string input has now turned into a drop-down box input. So we could choose from A, B, or C. I'm not going to go over the various use cases for this particular input or any of these inputs in this lesson because this lesson will be far too long. I'm going to break down each data type itself in its own lesson. So that brings me to the end of the input lesson. Here is all the code we have written. As always, if you have any questions about any of these, leave them in the comments section and I'll respond as soon as I can. Otherwise, I will see you in the next lesson. Hi traders, welcome to the alert drop-down box, and that's this script name here. If you select this, by default, it's going to go to our higher high, higher close alert condition. We'll leave that as it is. And now you can set up this alert however you want to. So you could set it to once per bar close, and then the alert will only be triggered when the signal is confirmed by a bar close. You can set the expiration time, the various actions you want. Say if you want a push notification on your mobile phone or a pop-up on your chart, or you want the TradingView platform to send you an email when the alert's triggered, or this webhook URL is for third-party APIs. We're not going to get into that today. And finally, you can also play a sound if you want to notify you that you need to come and check your charts. And then finally, there's send email to SMS if you want to use that. Then we have alert name. This is different to the title. This is your alert name that shows up in your alert list. And so you can use this alert name to categorize your alerts if you have a lot of them. And then finally, we also have a bunch of other placeholders here, which I'm not going to go into too much detail about right now, because as I said, you can just click on this little question mark button and it explains in great detail how they all work. But you can even reference plot values in your messages. So if you were to write in here plot_0 within 2 curly brackets, in this case, our very first plot is this one here. It's just plotting the closing price, this blue number up here. If I were to add in that plot placeholder, when the alert is triggered, let's come up here and click show pop-up. I'll turn those off and I'll click once per bar close. If I click create here, when this bar closes, it should trigger an alert since this candle here is a higher high, higher close candle. So let's wait and see what happens. There we have it. So notice that the XBT USD placeholder has been replaced, and we also added in our plot_0. In this case, that's just the closing price. But otherwise, if you want to merge your alerts, so you only want to trigger one alert if either of these candlestick patterns are detected, you can just type in here higher high, higher close, or lower low, lower close. We can change our alert titles here. Now if I save the script, we come up to our alert box, select our script from condition. We now have a higher high, higher close / lower low, lower close alert. And this alert will be triggered if either a higher high, higher close candle or a lower low, lower close candle is detected. And so for most scripts, just leaving it like that would suffice. But if you're using third-party automation, which is a very complicated thing that we'll get into much later in the course, then you may want to separate your alerts like this. But that about sums it up for this lesson. We'll be adding alert functionality to a lot of the scripts that we write in this course. So this is just a quick crash course into how the alert condition function works, and we'll go over much more practical applications of this function in later lessons. So I hope you found this lesson interesting, and I'll see you in the next one.
So I figure it's probably a good idea to show you guys how to do your own research regarding scripts. If you run into a problem that this course doesn't cover and you want to, for example, there's a few inbuilt indicators that don't exist in TradingView at the moment. A good example of one of those is the Ichimoku cloud. I had a client ask me to add a Ichimoku cloud filter to a strategy script that I was creating for him, and I had to go and find the source code someone else had written to plot the Ichimoku cloud onto the chart because TradingView didn't have it as an inbuilt function. So I'll show you how I went about that here. So basically you just come to the scripts page on your TradingView homepage, and here are all the categories you could search through. But if you know what you're looking for, you just come up here, click on this little drop down box, come to scripts, and just type in Ichimoku cloud or whatever you're looking for. So now you just scroll through the list of indicators and look for one that meets the description of what you're looking for. Maybe something other than plebs be trippin'. Let's go to page 2. Here we go. Harry Potter. He's H Potter. He's a really good PineScript coder. Very famous on the TradingView platform for creating great scripts. This one he has nearly 15,000 likes, so he must have done something right. Version, annotation comment here, set it to version 4. If you save the script, you'll get a list of errors, and depending on how complex the errors are, this could be easy or difficult to convert. If this happens to be a version 3 script, then you'll have this button here that just says convert to version 4, and if you click on that, it'll convert all of the code for you into version 4. Otherwise, you're going to have to do it manually. If it's a version 2 or 1 script, you're going to have to convert this manually. So here we have a list of errors, and they're all color errors, so that's pretty easy to work out. In the older versions of PineScript, they did not have the color dot prefix for color types. So now if we just go through and add this to all of the color variable names here, and this one here. Now if we save the script, it will compile without any errors. It's now in version 4. You can come in and edit what you need to, and now you have your own Ichimoku cloud script to work with in your own scripts. So now you could reference any of these variables to check if price is above or below it, and whatever other filters you want to check for. And then you could just come in and tidy up the code if you wanted to. And yeah. And then now you have your own Ichimoku code to reference in your script. So I know this is a pretty common sense lesson. Basically, if you run into a problem, just search the script library, see if someone's already written a script to achieve what you're trying to achieve. And if they have, just borrow the code. Of course, it's always good to reference the person who originally wrote the code in your own source code. That's a good matter of courtesy. But most Pine coders out there won't mind, unless it's a particularly sophisticated body of work or they specifically request credit. Most Pine coders won't care if you just steal their work. I know I don't. Don't forget you also have the power of Google. So you could type in here PineScript, Ichimoku, and you may come across material here that is not covered on the TradingView platform itself. And that's all I had to say for this lesson.
And one last
Ichimoku, and you may come across material here that is not covered on the TradingView platform itself. And that's all I had to say for this lesson.
And one last resource I forgot to mention is if you come to my website at theartoftrading.com, I have a list here. I've got plenty of resources here about trading in general, but I also have a list here of all of my free published indicator scripts, and the source code to most of them is included as well. So you can also use this as a resource. So I hope you enjoyed the basics course material. If you found it interesting, you want to learn more about PineScript, head over to pinescriptmastery.com. I have a bunch of courses here. The free basics course has a few more lessons in it that weren't included in today's YouTube video. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the basics, this is a great place to start. There's also a discount code in there if you finish the course for the Mastery course. And the Mastery course is my flagship program. I go into a lot of detail here. There's 91 lessons and counting. I think by the time I release this video, there'll be closer to 100. I cover the basics of PineScript. Everything in the PineScript basics course is in this course as well, if you want to skip that and come straight to this course. But this one has a lot more info on more advanced subjects, like how to use indicators, how to detect specific candlestick patterns, even how to create your own profitable trading strategy scripts to run through the TradingView automatic backtesting system. I also publish updates to the PineScript programming language as they release. Any important updates that the team makes to PineScript, I'll create a lesson covering that new feature or that change to PineScript. And if that's not enough PineScript for you, there is my indicators and strategy scripts course where I teach you how I created every single one of my publicly released indicators for the TradingView charting platform. And there's well over 20 of them here. including a bunch of profitable strategy scripts that I've created. There's 3 new lessons coming soon, covering 3 various different trading strategies that I've created using PineScript that are actually pretty profitable. So if you're interested in really taking PineScript to the next level, taking your scripting to the next level, and shortcutting a lot of the hard work by stealing all of my best work, then maybe check this course out as well. I even have a section in here on auto view. So if you're a Forex trader, there is this fantastic Chrome browser plugin that allows you to automate your trading strategies. And I have a few running right now that are automatically executing trading strategy scripts that I've written while I'm asleep. It's absolutely brilliant. Couldn't speak more highly of it. And I have a bunch of new lessons coming for this browser plugin in the weeks to come. It's phenomenal. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you made it to the end, you did a phenomenal job. I can see the back-end statistics for this course, and you'd be surprised at how few traders actually complete the basics course. So if you did complete this video, you are already in the top 1% of traders in terms of motivation. So best of luck with your trading. I am very confident that you are going to be successful if you keep putting in this sort of work. See you in the next video. Take care and good luck with your trading.